Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box. And let me make sure I've got the right microphone. Yes, I have. What a rarity. And the only thing more rare than me plugging the right microphone in is one of the best albums of all time, but one which doesn't get not a third of the recognition that it deserves because I think it's one of the best albums of the 70s, and this is Play Me Out by Glenn Hughes. Now this album is in some ways Glenn's first solo album. In other ways it's sort of a continuation of where things left off with Trapeze, the band that Glenn was in before joining Deep Purple. But on the other hand, it's totally different than anything Glenn did before. Glenn is one of these musicians, including sort of his songwriting, his bass playing, his wonderful vocal work, that sort of is an interesting amalgamation of funk, soul, and R&B on the one hand, and then melodic rock meets hard rock on the other. And depending on what project he's working on, depending on what sort of musicians he's playing with, one or some of those attributes get turned up and others get turned down. Now, on this one, the funk and soul side of things is turned way up. This is a funk soul album, but with a few rock tendencies, and it is just really, really interesting. The production is interesting. The writing is interesting. The playing is phenomenal. And it's one of those albums where you listen to it and it just sort of sucks you in. And each track tends to get more and more exciting. I mean, the track Destiny alone, which in many ways, due to its writing credits, was a Trapeze reunion song, that should have been a number one single, as should have the sort of ballad, the funky ballad that finishes the album off, I Found a Woman. That of course is the lyric that references the album's title, I Found a Woman to Play Me Out. The entire album from cover to cover is just so well executed and so unique. It makes me wonder why it didn't get more attention upon its release. And I think maybe some of it was a victim of Glenn's own success. Glenn had a very successful time in Deep Purple before the band went on hiatus, and I think maybe people were expecting this album to sort of continue on from Come Taste the Band or Stormbringer, where it just went in its own direction and did its own thing. And it's wonderful, but if you have those other preconceived notions, you might not get it at first. But if you go in with an open mind, or at least a mind expecting to hear something pretty funky, I think you'll love it. It's just a great album, and more people should know about it. So there you go, released in 1977, Play Me Out by the great Glenn Hughes. That's what I think. If you've heard it, let me know what you think. And of course, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.